Hey folks, welcome back, and it is Sapphire Day. We are just going to cover Sapphire Tidbits. This is Sapphire Bits for today, so we're going to jump into those in just a second. I will be back with Tidbits hopefully tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. We just have to see how the news shakes out. But let's jump into Sapphire because we have official welcome offers. Let's jump over to those. We're going to start with the official welcome offers. This is coming from Daniel the Deal Guru. So the Chase Sapphire Reserve now has a new welcome offer of 100,000 bonus points plus $500 Chase travel promo credit after you spend $5,000 in purchases in the first 3 months from account opening. The promotional credit, it's valid for one-time use and up to a year after issuance. You can apply the promotional credit to a transaction less than $500. You'll forfeit the remaining balance. If you go into the Chase travel portal, you select a hotel that you're going to stay at, you select how long you're going to stay at that hotel, you go to the pay now information, you can apply the credit, and as long as it's more than $500, you will get the full $500 promotional credit. I was hoping for a 150,000 point welcome offer. 125,000 point welcome offer also would have been solid. 100,000 points plus a $500 credit on $5,000 in spend. That's 20. It's a pretty decent return on spend, but you've got to use that credit through the portal. So they are forcing you into the portal for at least $500. Plus there's the travel credit that also comes on the card. This should be able to stack with that as well. And there's also potentially the edit credit as well. So you could theoretically, if you get, once you get this credit assigned to you, and it would probably be around the same time as your $300 travel credit, you could go into the Chase travel portal, go into the edit, select a hotel that is 800, around a stay that is around $1,100, and get most of it covered from Chase just from this welcome offer. Just an idea. You do have to book at least 2 nights, but pretty solid return there on a hotel you probably wouldn't book anyway, but it's Chase's money. Why not? Sapphire Reserve business card, 200,000 point welcome offer on $30,000 in spend on purchases in your first 6 months of account opening. So $5,000 a month spend. How you hit that is entirely up to you and your business. This is aimed at businesses, not businesses. Not businesses. Just putting that out there. 200,000 bonus point on 30,000 spend. That's not a great return on spend, but 200,000 points is awesome. 6 months to hit the spend. The American Express Business Platinum only gives you 3 months to hit the spend, and typically that spend is 15,000 or 20,000. So this is either 100% or 50% more in terms of the overall spend, but you get twice the time to do it. So at least there's that. 200,000 points, not great. We've covered the multipliers on the business reserve. 30,000 in ad spend would get you 290,000 points. So there's that, but yeah, that's a little rough. Daniel the Deal Guru was hoping for 150,000 welcome offer on the Sapphire Reserve. I was hoping for the same. Beggars can't be choosers. It is what it is. At least that $500 credit can be used. It's one time. And if you're able to stack it with the typical $300 travel credit, and you can stack it with the edit credit, and you just wait to put all those together, you could get about $1,050 off of a stay, depending on where you're looking to stay. And if cash is a consideration on that one, $600 a night, that's $1,200. Boom, you're paying $150. And you get the $100 property credit, and you're getting the free breakfast, and you're getting all that other stuff. So could work. I'm not saying it's the best use of your welcome offer, but there are far worse uses of your welcome offer. There you go. Sticking with the Sapphire business card, we're just going to cover this real quick. The Daniel the Deal Guru has a list of the giftcards.com portal for the Sapphire Reserve for Business now live with 20 gift card options. So you do get a semi-annual $100 statement credit on purchases at giftcards.com. Portal is now live. It's only showing 20 eligible brands. I'm sure that over time this 20 will expand, but here we go. Dining and entertainment. You've got Bloomin' Brands Restaurant Group. That's going to include Outback Steakhouse and the other companies under Bloomin' Brands. Bricker Chili's, Chipotle Mexican Grill, Darden Restaurants. I don't remember who's in Darden Restaurants. Dave & Buster's, DoorDash, Fandango, Landry's Restaurants, Panera Bread, and Topgolf. Shopping and wellness, Barnes & Noble, Bloomingdale's, Lululemon, Macy's, Nordstrom, Sephora, Spa Finder, TJ Maxx, Multibrand, Ulta Beauty, and Wayfair. Is it good? Is it completely useless? No. Would it be better to get some vanilla Visa cards, maybe, or vanilla MasterCards, maybe. Do I expect that? No. But again, it could be worse. And you could see if it stacks with anything like Rakuten or Mileage Plus X or any other additional point producing method. So at least you might have that in your favor. $50 gift card every 6 months on the Sapphire Reserve business card. I got very little else on that one at the moment. So my apologies there. Just is what it is. And then next we're going to go back to upgraded points. And Chase has some interesting new language with regard to welcome offers. So let's go back to upgraded points. Chase rolls out new welcome bonus eligibility criteria for personal Sapphire cards, adds bonus pop-up window. So we're getting Chase pop-up jail, and we're getting changes to the language on the eligibility. So previously, you could only have one Sapphire card at a time. Likewise, you could only receive a new member welcome offer every 48 months. So if you got the card last month and hit the welcome offer, your next eligible month would be May of 2029. That is going away. Chase now treats each card separately, so that's cool. There's the Sapphire Reserve. And with the updated Sapphire Reserve card launch, the bank has changed welcome offer eligibility verbiage. It has officially removed the old 48-month language and replaced it with this. The new card member bonus may not be available to you if you currently have any other personal Sapphire cards open, previously held this card, or received a new card member bonus for this card. We may also consider the number of cards that you have opened and closed, as well as other factors in determining your bonus eligibility. So if you're a hard Chase churner, they're going to take that into account. So your mileage is definitely going to vary. Churners may have more issues getting cards than those who are relatively new to Chase or those who are coming over to Chase from, say, American Express, because Chase is obviously angling to get as many people from American Express to sign up for their cards. Why would they? I'm not here to answer that question. Do I have any opinions one way or the other as to whether or not Chase is going to attract more people from American Express or American Express is going to attract more people from Chase? No. We see the landscape. Opinions are being levied about Chase's current position. I'm not here to comment further on that one. That'll be for another video, but here we go. So there's also a lot of gray area here. The new bonus eligibility languages say you may be ineligible for a welcome for various reasons, including whether or not you have another personal Sapphire card open. Based on how this is worded, what applies to one card holder may not apply to all. This also leads us to believe that Chase Sapphire cards could be subjected to a once per lifetime rule for welcome bonuses due to potentially ineligible if you've previously held this card or received a new card bonus. Chase is going to determine your suitability for a welcome offer on whatever black magic algorithm they're going to do for you. I would assume that the lighter into Chase that you are, or the longer term relationship you've had with Chase without opening and closing significant numbers of cards, either on the personal or business side, because it doesn't say one way or the other, that is a factor. Just be prepared for that. Chase adds an Amex style bonus ineligibility pop-up window. On the bright side, you'll know whether or not you're eligible for a welcome bonus before you apply. This is because the bank rolled a pop-up window that notifies applicants that they're ineligible for a welcome bonus on a new card. Applicants can then choose to process or withdraw their application with no impact on their credit score. So you can apply and get offered the card without a bonus, much like American Express. American Express has a decent number of cards that you can skip over the welcome offer for and still drive significant value out of the cards. Hilton Aspire comes to mind, although you'd love to get the welcome offer on that. The Delta Reserve cards come to mind. Yeah, you'd love to get the welcome offers on that, but the Delta Reserve cards are primarily pushing for the MQD boost head start and the companion certificate that comes on that card. Chase, if they bring this to co-brands, that's going to bring some serious questions for some folks. Are there Chase cards worth getting without the welcome offer? This iteration of the Sapphire Reserve, I'm not sure yet, and it remains to be seen what's going to happen with the Sapphire Preferred. So we're going to have to put a pin in Chase pop-up jail to see if it's going to be worthwhile going forward. But yeah, nothing immediately springing to mind there. Real quick, Ben Schlapping at 1 Mile at a Time also has some words on this one. For several years, eligibility for the Chase Sapphire Reserve and Chase Sapphire Preferred has been mutually exclusive, including for the welcome offer. For example, here's the verbiage that used to happen when you applied for either card. With the relaunch of the Sapphire Reserve as of today, June 23rd, 2025, we're also seeing changes in eligibility requirement of these cards, specifically the new verbiage, which we just went over. So what are the implications of this? You're not eligible for a welcome offer on Chase Sapphire card if you currently have any personal Sapphire cards open, previously held that exact card, or received a new welcome bonus on that exact card. However, aside from the welcome bonus, eligibility for the Sapphire Reserve and Chase Sapphire Preferred is no longer mutually exclusive, so it's now possible to apply for the Sapphire Reserve if you have the Sapphire Preferred. However, you'd only be eligible for the bonus if you don't currently have either card. 48-month family card rule no longer applies, so it's no longer possible to get the welcome offer on a card just based on not having received another bonus for that exact card within the past 48 months. However, in some cases, people will be able to pick up the other card in under 48 months. As you can see, the language for bonus eligibility is less absolute than in the past. The terms say a bonus may not be available for you under certain circumstances, which is different than them saying it will not be available. When you apply for a Sapphire card, the application will indicate whether or not you're eligible for the bonus or not. This will be provided to you without the need to do a hard or a soft pull. So there you go. And this is the official language on the pop-up window. Cool. So that's vague, but vague and Chase seem to be going hand in hand right now. I don't know. I may angle for the Sapphire Preferred and see if I can get a Sapphire Preferred welcome offer and go from there. I'm waiting to see what the Sapphire Preferred looks like before I do anything like that. Right now, I'm still going to hold my Sapphire Reserve until my next annual fee hits, so we'll see what happens. We've got some other news on the Sapphire Preferred. We've got a new welcome offer on it that's launched today. Also appears that's going to be the standard welcome offer going forward. So this coming from upgraded points. Chase Sapphire Preferred standard welcome offer increases from 60K to 75K points. So the new welcome offer is good to go there. So now Chase has rolled out a new major change to increase the standard 75,000 bonus points upon spending $5,000 on eligible purchases in the first 3 months of account opening. This is not fully taking into account points boost, which also went into effect for the Sapphire Preferred. Going forward, starting today, if you get a Sapphire Preferred today and going forward, points boost will be, and if you hold the Sapphire Preferred, points boost is in effect on the Sapphire Preferred and Chase Inc. Business Preferred as well. Points boost on that. The 1.5 floor is going away, much like the 1.25 floor on the Sapphire Preferred and Inc. Preferred is going away, much like the 1.5 floor on the Sapphire Reserve went away. Now, bonus, you can get up to 1.75x value in primarily it's going to be the edit upper tier seats in flights as well. You're thinking like business class and above, where you can do much better just by transferring your points out to a partner airline and going from there. But new welcome offer on the Sapphire Preferred is going up to 75,000 bonus points on $5,000 in spend. Looks like this is just going to be the offer going forward. That's awesome. Less awesome is that your points are worth less when going through the portal unless you're hitting set points boost, and like Chase is saying, the points boost will automatically determine whether points boost is the best bet or the 1.25 floor is the best bet. But like the floor is always going to be 1% going forward, 1x going forward, much like on the Sapphire Reserve. Not a great start to the Sapphire Preferred refresh. Just putting that out there now. But we're going to close with one last bit of news on the Sapphire Preferred and Inc. Preferred. Both have gotten some interesting updates if you've received either card in the last year. So Chase is giving some Sapphire and Inc. Preferred cardholders an extra $50 in Chase travel credit. Much like the travel credit on the Sapphire Reserve, this is going to be a promotional $50 one-time credit. So $50 credit toward Chase Travel on us. Find inspiration on where to go and check out the latest offers when you book through Chase Travel. This was sent out to Sapphire Preferred cardholders if they received the card in the last year. On top of your $50 hotel credit, card members who joined within the last year can now enjoy a little something extra, a one-time $50 credit toward any purchase on Chase Travel. To redeem, just book your itinerary through Chase Travel by June 23rd of 2026. So Sapphire Preferred $50 credit. Chase sent out this email explaining the new points boost program for Sapphire Preferred and Inc. Preferred cardholders. You receive this email for the Sapphire Preferred which you recently got the $100,000 point bonus plus 30,000 membership reward points from Rakuten, which is probably better than the new Sapphire Reserve bonus. Subjective, but sure. But the email also include the surprise $50 credit on top. Yep, it's just redeeming that. So the promotional credit is valid for 1 year from the date it becomes available to you on Chase Travel, and you can be applied at checkout for purchases made through Chase Travel. Promotional credit is not available for purchases made through Frosch and its family of travel companies or through Reserve Travel Designers unless booked directly through Chase Travel. The promotional credit is not valid for purchases made prior to when it became available in Chase Travel, and it's valid for one-time use only, and if you apply the promotional credit to a transaction less than $50, you'll forfeit the remaining balance. If you've gotten the Sapphire Preferred or Ink Preferred within the last year, you have likely gotten a message today from Chase giving you an extra $50 credit in the Chase Travel Portal, and you have a year to use it. One final item on the Ink Preferred as we wrap up this Chase Bits. It's all Chase Bits at this point. It's just Chase all the way down. The Chase Ink Preferred card has been added to the Dash Pass and DoorDash coupon book world. Previously, the Ink Preferred had not gotten a Dash Pass, either a 3-month or 6-month or 12-month eligibility on the Dash Pass or the $10 non-restaurant coupon. That has changed. The Ink Preferred now can also get you a complimentary 12-month DoorDash until the end of the DoorDash contract as currently listed, which they'll just kick out the terms another 2 years. Ink Preferred now has the same DoorDash credit as the Sapphire Preferred. Again, these two cards are going to be the next refreshed, and you'll likely see the Ink Preferred become the Chase Sapphire Preferred for business. That is my particular prediction on that. Multiplier changes, I have no idea. I'm hoping that the Sapphire Preferred goes up to 3x travel just to fill the hole, the gaping hole that has been left open by the Sapphire Reserve. And the Ink Preferred, I would prefer they not touch the multipliers there at all and maybe give it 5x on Chase Travel if it doesn't already have it. So there you go. That's going to do it for this one. I've run very long on Tidbits tonight. My apologies, but there you go. If you like what I do, hit the subscribe button. Check out the pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube. If you want to use a different travel portal, check out Rove. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, consider Ko-fi or buy me a coffee. I have a link tree that has referral links to various cards, although my Sapphire card referrals, I'm sure, are broken right now. So there you go. Also, if you want to support me here on YouTube on another channel, check out Stack Your Points. We record on Monday nights. We release the show here on Wednesdays and Fridays. We do mini episodes on Mondays and Tuesdays and a live on Thursdays. And you can catch it on the podcatcher of your choice on Saturdays. Thanks so much for spending so much time with me tonight. I appreciate it. Enjoy 2 videos that are going to pop up over my face right about now or have been over my face for the last couple of seconds. Bye for now.